Alright, I'll catch you.
Camilla first gained attention when she appeared in one of the most watched videos on the internet. A video so big that even your grandma's pet goldfish has probably seen it. Camilla isn't just another social media influencer, she's one of the biggest. YouTube, 8.4 million subscribers, Instagram, 2.8 million followers, and then there's TikTok, 7.1 million followers, a mind-blowing 338 million likes, and a total of 3.5 billion views. And it doesn't stop there. She's also huge on Snapchat, and of course, OnlyFans. Wait, how did she blow up this fast? Well, if you think it's because of talent, creativity, or even just dumb luck, think again. Camilla's secret formula, using her own family as marketing tools.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, it is. It's a business.
You sell pictures of yourself online. That's not being an entrepreneur.
Okay, well, if you think I'm not a f***ing entrepreneur, let's go band for band.
The whole thing is just a scripted ad for her OnlyFans. Let's be real, no one can deny that this whole thing is staged. And of course, she's using her brother for it. Here's what her own parents had to say.
You should thank your brother. You should put him in a payroll.
Okay, Dad, how does it feel? I'm literally doing so well right now. I'm about to hit 1 million followers on Instagram.
It's good, but you should thank your brother. Picture made you famous, right?
You know what pisses me off the most? The way she sits in these videos. I mean, seriously, where in the world does a normal person sit like this on a live stream? And look, I get it. Shock value gets views. But seriously, what happened to basic decency? To shame and embarrassment?
Oh, I feel like I'm intruding.
Yeah, painfully so. Of course, we can't talk about her rise to fame without mentioning the people who helped her get there. First, it was Mr. Beast, then her own family. And let's not forget her ex-boyfriend, Jack Doherty, who also played a massive role in this mess. And who is Jack? Oh, just the kid who tried to kill his girlfriend, McKinley. He's kind of like the mastermind behind an OnlyFans operation. He locks in girls with contracts, they flood social media with content, and all of it is just bait to drive traffic to their OnlyFans. And my biggest issue, most of his audience are kids.
Maria, do my pimples look better now? Am I pretty?
No, because you use makeup on.
So I'm ugly?
Yes.
Like, seriously? Who do you think is watching this? Do you really believe grown adults find this funny? Or is this entire thing just designed for kids who don't know any better? Did you think we were done? Oh no, bro, we've got more. Next on the list, Bop House. In December, Camilla and Sophie Rain launched Bop House, a so-called content house where 8 girls supposedly create content together. And here's what they're posting.
Dang! Sophie! No! Alright, Aisha! Bro, what do you mean? Y'all pissing me off.
And if you've been on TikTok long enough, you've probably heard of Sophie Rain. Yeah, the same girl who flexed about making $43 million last year.
You are aware that, like, you're the final boss. $4 million? $4 million in a month? Yeah.
Oh, and if you missed it, I actually made a full video about Sophie Rain last week. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can check it out after this one. And Camilla couldn't even go to Bop House for a while because of a lawsuit. And who was she fighting in court? A girl from Blonde House. What? Yeah, if you're wondering where the hell Blonde House came from, you're not alone. First, we got Bop House. Then, Mini House. And now, Blonde House. Basically, Blonde House is another OnlyFans content house, just like Bop House.
Time to expose how much money y'all actually make. So, how much money have y'all made in the past 2 weeks?
So my first week in the Blonde House, I made $72,112.
Yeah.
And here's what they're posting.
Alright. Pop. Soap. Pop. 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 Soap. Pop. 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 Soap. Pop. Pop. Soap. Soap.
Oh, and wait, recognize that sitting position? Yeah, bro, some things are just contagious. Back in the day, people rushed to Alaska for gold. Now, they're rushing to TikTok and OnlyFans for cash. And apparently, the gold rush never really ended. And then there's Bruh's house. But honestly, I don't even want to go there. I mean, I'd rather spare you from witnessing the masterpieces these creative geniuses produce. But out of all of them, I can at least mention Vex Bolts.
Little taper fade, the meme is massive.
Oh, and if he looks familiar, it's probably because a few weeks ago, he was in that one TikTok ad with Mr. Beast.
Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Oh look, we're back to Mr. Beast again. It's like we just ran in circles and ended up right where we started. Almost like there's a trap set up and they're just passing each other the ball while tossing their audience around like a game piece. That's literally what's happening here. And now, let's get to the worst part. Who's actually getting sucked into this mess? There are two groups. First, like I explained in my previous video, people who have more money than common sense, throwing cash at these girls on OnlyFans. And the second group, unfortunately, kids and teenagers.
Could we show proof? Oh, she has the phone? Well, I already know that they do because they came up to me, right?
How do we keep kids away from this mess? What do we even do to stop it? Honestly, I don't know. It's everywhere. These people aren't just making content, they're strategically building a pipeline. And the worst part, social media platforms are helping them do it. The algorithm pushes their content, making sure it reaches the youngest, most impressionable audience. They know exactly what they're doing. And if we don't start questioning it, we're just letting it happen. So what do you think? How do we stop this? Do we even stand a chance? If you've got any ideas, drop them in the comments.
So for $100, show me what you do for a living without talking. Okay.
Aren't you tired of everything being turned into something sexual? Seriously.
No. Oh, wow. Okay.
Look at her latest video. She's literally just greeting her friend. And yet, listen to the sound she makes.
I gotta go. See you later.
All right, I'll catch you.
Peace.
Look at this. Jack Doherty's girlfriend, McKinley, making content with kids again.
Alright guys, he's actually following. Excuse me, are you following me? Yeah. Are you actually? Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, he's actually subscribed.
Ah yes, true artistic genius at work. Who needs talent when your audience is just rich dudes with the IQ of a toaster? Welcome to today's episode of Secondhand Embarrassment, where we watch, cringe, and collectively wonder how we got here. Today's star, Sophie Rain. A few weeks ago, I made a video about Bop House, so if you missed that, go watch it after this one. But let's talk about its so-called mastermind, Sophie Rain. After blowing up on TikTok and OnlyFans, hey, why not start my own content mansion? And just like that, she gathered 7 people, moved into a house, and called it a creative hub.
It's called the Midwest because every single thing in it is me.
By the way, there are other content house geniuses out there too. But those are for another video, one that will give us a fresh dose of secondhand embarrassment.
Little taper fade, the meme is massive.
Of course, we all first heard of Sophie Rain thanks to that Spider-Man video. A photo of her went viral, and people immediately assumed she was in some, let's just say, very adult content. But what did she do? She pulled a classic marketing move. Let's be real, there's some business sense here, and flipped the whole thing in her favor. She hyped it up on TikTok, joked about it on Twitter, and used the internet's curiosity to skyrocket her fame. And only after squeezing every last drop of attention out of it, she finally went, "Oh wait, that wasn't me. Sure, Sophie, sure."
Bro, did you see
And let's not forget, last year, she casually mentioned that she made $43 million on OnlyFans.
Taking my own time to Photoshop something.
Oh, to just literally do what you did with me and literally just show them. Like, raw, no cuts, just show them. Yes, that's amazing.
You know, just another day in the life of Richie Rich's long-lost sister, except instead of a vault of gold, she has a vault of simps. Bro, I roast influencers better than Gordon Ramsay roasts a raw steak. And honestly, the secondhand embarrassment I feel watching these people should come with hazard pay. So hit that like button and subscribe. At least let me suffer for a reason. But do you know how they actually make this kind of money? Let's take a look at what people, especially younger audiences, are watching and liking these days. Yep, that's it. This is the premium content that's making them millions. 8 influencers posting the same recycled nonsense on TikTok, Instagram, and OnlyFans. And somehow, they're raking in millions. But seriously, who is watching this stuff? Who's actually spending money on it? Well, let's break it down. It's a mix of overly curious teenagers, wannabe influencers hoping for a shortcut to fame, and, let's be honest, adults with more money than common sense. Let me break down their brilliant tactics for getting views. First, they're still dancing around in Spider-Man suits. And why wouldn't they? I checked, and thousands of people are literally begging for more Spider-Man videos in the comments. And let's not forget the football jerseys, because apparently, wearing a team's colors is enough to get their fans to watch. Basically, they're targeting every possible niche with zero effort, and to be fair, it's working. People criticize Sophie Rain for two main reasons. First, the absurd amount of money she makes from doing, well, this. And second, the fact that much of her audience consists of kids who stumble upon her content on TikTok. So let's get real for a second. Of course, people get mad when someone makes millions by doing ridiculous things. Meanwhile, scientists spend their entire lives trying to cure diseases, working for decades to change the world. And yet, they'll never make in a lifetime what Sophie pulls in a single year. It's not just frustrating, it's insulting.
I owe you guys. Like, this is all because of you, so thank you so much.
The real issue isn't just Sophie Rain making millions, it's how this affects young girls. Her $4 million a month lifestyle creates a dangerous illusion, making them believe that selling their image online is the fastest way to fame, fortune, and happiness. But let's be real, most will never even make $1 million on OnlyFans in their entire lifetime. A lot of people had something to say about this. Some cringed, some laughed, some questioned reality itself. Why explain when we can just roll the clip and let the chaos speak for itself?
Distancing my little brother from all these psychopaths. These are the new generation serial killers, bro. New little boys. Hello, FBI, hello.
Bro, let's flip the script for a second. We've been roasting her this whole time, but what if we looked at it from the other side? What if she's not the real problem here? Look, let's be real. Sophie Rain isn't doing anything illegal. She's not forcing anyone to follow her. She's not begging for money. And she's definitely not holding a gun to people's heads, telling them to buy her content. But somehow, she's the only one taking all the blame. She's influencing an entire generation, making it seem like this is an easy path to success. But is all of this really her fault? Or are we ignoring the fact that the people supporting her, the ones watching, subscribing, and paying, are just as responsible? It reminds me of the famous McDonald's hot coffee case. You remember that one, right? The 1992 lawsuit where an old lady spilled coffee on herself, sued McDonald's, and people made fun of her for years, until they realized the coffee was dangerously hot and McDonald's was actually at fault. Same energy here. People love blaming Sophie Rain, but what about the ones making her rich? The ones feeding into this system? Because let's be real, if TikTok and social media weren't constantly feeding this kind of content to millions, she wouldn't be reaching such a massive audience, including kids. And yet, no one wants to talk about that part. People are fed up with this ridiculous system. It's exhausting, frustrating, and let's face it, it shouldn't be this unfair. Think about it. You spend years in school, working hard, hoping to land a good job after graduation. But instead, you end up flipping burgers at McDonald's because the job market is a mess. Meanwhile, Sophie Rain buys luxury cars and rakes in $43 million a year, all for doing nothing but entertaining people and showing off her body. And the saddest part? There's an entire audience that actually calls this entertainment.
That's for Aisha. Don't out people to, their families.
By the way, I have a little suggestion for platforms like TikTok. Instead of boosting mindless content, what if we made videos like this go viral instead? Just watch.
Good morning. There's no more chickens. Just one's gone.
This little kid wakes up in the morning and says good morning to his chickens. It's pure, it's innocent, and honestly, this is the kind of content that actually matters. Something that reminds us of kindness, of humanity, of the simple joys in life. Maybe if we filled our feeds with more of this, we'd all turn out to be better people. For ourselves, for the future.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. There's no more chickens. Just one's gone.
But hey, life's unfair, right? At least you can make one fair decision, liking this video and subscribing. Or don't. But then don't complain when your recommendations are filled with even worse content. Bro, by now you've probably figured out my sense of humor. And yeah, I really do try to stay neutral with my takes. If you've got any suggestions, don't forget to drop them in the comments. I mean, if you've noticed, I actually try to reply to all of them. See you in the next video.